$30,000 an hour. It's 7:45 a.m. at Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. So early the sun is just starting to rise. It's an ungodly time and place for any writer to be outside. Writers aren't the most well-adjusted people, and it's telling that our preferred means of interaction with civilization is throwing paragraph-shaped grenades at people from behind the safety of a laptop. I know few writers who love mornings, and the doorman at my hotel, who wears a bright blue sailor's uniform as part of the nautical-themed thrill ride that is the Argonaut Hotel, is clearly on my side. He waves down a cab for me and gives me a half-smile from underneath his tired eyes, a smile that says, "Doesn't it suck to work this early?" Anyone who finishes the night shift with a sense of humor is a good man indeed. Or perhaps I just look like trash this morning and he finds my appearance entertaining. Maybe it's both. People talk about sunrises as if they're magical things. Yet here at Fisherman's Wharf, the morning fog forming a glorious orange blanket around a late winter sunrise, no one except the doorman, the cab driver, and me is awake and outside. You know why? People are lazy. Even if there was a sunrise at 7:47 a.m. as brilliant and soul-stirring as a wall-sized JMW Turner masterpiece, a sunrise giving out $100 bills and tomorrow's lottery numbers, few of us would be out to see it. Most of the things we say are so wonderful and amazing, we'll lose without a fight to an extra hour of sleep. We'd wake up, think it over for a few moments, and fall back into the comfort of our dreams. Sleep deprivation is a curse of the modern age, a problem born from our technological things. Before Edison's light bulb, we averaged 10 hours a night. In 2009, we averaged nearly half that. And this means when it comes to sunrises, judge people by what they do, not what they say. On this morning, the sun is putting on quite a show. But where are all the sunrise lovers? They're not with me out on the street. They're sleeping, just as I would be if I could. The truth is, public speakers everywhere would have an easier time keeping their audiences awake if more people actually slept well the night before. If the ascension of our nearest star, the source of all energy and life on Earth, the universal symbol for all that is good, happy, and hopeful, can't get people out of bed, what chances does a speaker have? In all honesty, I love the sunrise. It's the getting up to see it I hate. Sunrises are transcendent when viewed through a hotel window, from a comfy bed, when I'm not expected to do anything for anyone for hours. My professional problem is that public speaking is often scheduled hundreds of minutes on the wrong side of noon. And on the days I'm lucky enough to get top billing for an event, I earn an additional chronological treat. The keynote means I'm to set the tone for the day, a challenge that, given our limited understanding of space and time, requires me to speak before anyone else. All this explains why, at 7:48 a.m. on a Tuesday, I am showered, cleaned, shaved, pruned, fed, and deodorized, wearing a pressed shirt and shiny shoes in a cab on my way to the San Francisco waterfront. Like the gorgeous light from the sun still conquering the clouds over the San Francisco Bay outside my cab window, this morning is both great and horrible, a thrill and a bore. It's an amazing way to live, getting paid to think and learn and exchange ideas, all things I love. But I'm far from home, going to an unfamiliar place and performing for strangers, 3 stressful facts that mean anything can happen, especially since it's the worst of all times for my particular brain, early morning. Making it to the venue is the first challenge a speaker for hire faces, and let me tell you, it's often a bigger challenge than the lecture itself. The lecture I know well, since I created it. I have no one to blame if it stinks. And when I do finally arrive at the room I'm to speak in, even if it's the worst room in the world, I can try to adapt to whatever problem it has. But until I get to the room, until I make my way through the airports, highways, cities, conference centers, office complexes, and parking lots, I can't begin to get ready. Being in transit means, psychologically speaking, you are in the purgatory of being almost there. Unlike lecturing, where I feel in control, It's the things I can't control that create stress, like the taxi driver getting lost, the traffic jam a handful of miles from where I'm supposed to be, and the confusing corporate and college campuses impossible for visitors like me to navigate. How could anyone know Building 11 is next to Building 24 on Microsoft's main campus, or that the Kresge Auditorium is hiding behind Bexley Hall at MIT? From my experience, I know there is nothing worse than being in the strange territory of very close and surprisingly far at the same time.